Imagine waking up one day and finding that the news was reporting that explorers had found an undiscovered country. Somehow this huge country of 140 million people seemed to spring up out of nowhere. As you watch, you realize that this country is unlike any other place in the world. First, it turns out that it's entirely made up of people who were born somewhere else. Almost every citizen felt like an outsider in their own country, so they made the journey to this secret land to be with other like-minded people. And they're young, the vast majority between the ages of 16 and 34. But there's something strange. Everyone in this nation communicates exclusively electronically, rarely if ever meeting face to face. But that hasn't stopped them from building an incredibly close-knit relationship with each other. In fact, you might invite a few people into your home, but they will have conversations with thousands of people at the same time. And then they'll break into even more intimate groups consisting of hundreds of like-minded, supportive people just like them. Every day, tens of millions of citizens actively participating in those groups. Now, this strange phenomenon has created some very interesting cultural dynamics. For example, even though they're mostly young men, they do not care about sports. For them, it's video games that get their adrenaline pumping, or is their comfort watching after a stressful day. And there are lots of other popular groups to connect to as well. Talk shows, comedians, people showing off their pets, live artists, musicians, people cooking, playing chess, all streaming live. The community is endless. But this nation has a dark side too. Loneliness and depression are so normal that it's odd to find someone who isn't suffering with some kind of personal darkness. Most of the games are increasingly bloody and violent, sexual, pagan, even purposefully blasphemous. And like every other nation on earth, pornography is becoming more and more normalized, and celebrity worship is basically their unofficial religion. And that's the other thing. This nation has no official religion. They, like China, are purposefully and willfully secular. If you search their media for words like religion, Christianity, Jesus, or church, there are no results. This nation, these 140 million people, are almost completely untouched by the gospel. Now let me ask you this question. Upon hearing about this large, perplexing, troubled, secular nation, what do you think the church should do? They should send missionaries, right? What if I told you this nation really does exist, but it's not a country with traditional borders? It's a website called Twitch. And it's the new frontier for global missions. Today, as you watch this video, God is calling brand new Hudson Taylors, David Livingstones, William Careys, and Jim and Elisabeth Elliots from around the world to share the gospel of Jesus Christ and pioneer on this new mission field. You see, the thing is that despite the fact that these people are all around you, even in your family and your friends, they are basically untouchable by traditional church ministries. You will not bump into them at the coffee shop or in the neighborhood. They won't come to your youth groups and concerts and open houses. They are so deeply skeptical of religion and spiritual authorities that it would never occur to them to reach out in a time of need. The only way to reach them is to do the same thing that missionaries have been doing for years. Go where they are, speak the language they understand, show them the love of God, walk with them in their struggles, and invite them to meet Jesus and become part of a faith community. But how does that happen? By coming to them, by participating in their favorite website. Then they let us into their homes, and we have the opportunity to share the gospel. My name is Al Deschanel, and I'm known all over the internet as Christian Ninja, and this is what I believe God has been calling me to do and preparing me to do. I've got 20 years of ministry experience, a master's in divinity with emphasis on pastoral counseling, a bachelor of religion with emphasis on missions, and a passion and aptitude for technology. And God has already been at work. I want to tell you a couple stories, but first, let me share how this online missionary work brings people from virtual life to eternal life. The first contact with me is when they discover my creative content somewhere online. Whether it's the blog, podcast, YouTube videos, Instagram photography, or Twitch gaming live streams, somehow they stumble across me and find some interest. Then they become part of my regular online community, chatting with me and making friends and with other people who are part of the live stream. The next step is to invite them to join a private Discord channel. Now, Discord is a program that lets people have private group conversations about things they care about and gives them direct contact to me and the rest of the community 24/7. Now, once they're connected on Discord, the next step is to invite them to the Sunday Q&A, where they can ask me any question they want and I can do some apologetics work. Then I do a little Bible teaching on Thursdays and help them understand the Christian worldview through my podcast on Fridays. And God is already using this system to do amazing things. Like the man who connected with me through the podcast, who now feels safe enough to share his personal struggles with me. We've built a friendship, and I've been able to give him biblical counsel and share the gospel. Or the Muslim man who wanted me to play a video game that he designed, so he joined the Discord, and now he's part of a community full of Christians that are showing him God's love. Or the group of almost 50 young people that I've recently been able to connect to with Minecraft. Not long ago they were total strangers, now we're bonding over a love of a certain game. Let me close with this. I'm not a gamer. I'm a preacher, I'm a teacher, but this ministry feels like what I was born to do. Not only am I passionate and skilled at doing it, but God has been blessing it so much. Now, it may look like I'm just playing video games, but it's actually a lot of work. I stream for hours a day, at least 5 days per week, and then I work on editing videos, connecting with people on Discord, trying to build an online community of missionaries, write the podcast, do the weekly devotional, try to come up with new ideas for the stream. And by the way, did I mention I have a wife and kids? Most days I am up very early and staying up way too late because there's always more to do. To do this right, it needs my full attention. My hope is that you'll catch this vision and partner with me in evangelizing and serving these lost people online. It's my dream to expand the ministry to not just be me, but to train other churches and other online missionaries as well. I would love to create Christian-based gaming communities and youth events. You know all those kids that don't like baseball or soccer or hockey? Imagine a competitive Christian esports team with them. Consider how many more youth we could mentor if we connected to them in ways that they are actually passionate about. This mission is still in its infancy, but the potential is incredible. And there are 3 ways you can help. First, you can be part of my offline community by supporting me in prayer, encouraging notes, and sharing this video with people who you might think are interested in it. The second way is to help me find other Christian gamers and other Christian streamers because, like I said, you can't just punch Christian into the search bar. It's actually really hard for us to find each other. So if you know someone, let me know. And third, I could use your financial support. As you can imagine, there are a lot of costs associated with online streaming and gaming, and like any other traditional ministry, committing myself to reaching this distinct people group requires a huge commitment of time, energy, and resources. So it would be really helpful if you and your church family would commit to supporting me through either a one-time gift, or even better, to partner with me through a regular monthly donation. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. God bless you.